Good evening, all of you. Good evening. Am I audible? Okay, thanks for the confirmation. So, good evening, all, and how are you all? So, how are you all doing? Yes, good evening, Himanshu, Archita, Anisha, Adhyayan, Suman, Girisha, Amrita, Divyakanti, Drishan, Akanksha, Aditya, Snigdha, acha, this is Soumya Shri, Devi Prasad, Deepmala, Srilagna, Dikshita, Saibarini, Swangsu, Om. Good evening, all of you. Yes, Manisha, good evening. I don't know why my live chat is not coming here. Yeah, Somendra. Good evening, Nikhil, Pushpak, Jesse World, Kiran Das, good evening. Okay. So I have already asked a question. My question was, how are you all doing? Swastik, good evening. Arish Lok, Ayush Mohanty. My question, Jasmine. Yes, Jasmine. Fine, great. I'm not at home and I don't have my earphones, so I may leave the session. Okay. Fine. Good evening, fine, great. Good evening. Yes, Divyanshi, Sanvi. Okay, doing well. More than I deserve, Snigdha Sahu. Better than ever. See, I'm getting some interesting responses. Okay, Swarna Prabha, good evening, Jyoti Pragya. I was just completing my science homework. Shreya and Sneha Biswar, okay. We are fine. Ma'am, fit as a feedle. Okay, fine. A lot of hi, hello, how are you? Now let's come to the topic that we are going to discuss. I have chosen a very important topic today. Can anyone just quickly type it? What are we doing? What are we going to discuss today? Somendra, you have to take interest. I can understand staying at home, prolonged staying at home, taking online sessions back to back is absolutely monotonous. It drains out the energy. That's what is happening with all of us, even with the teachers. Back to back sessions, taking online, so it's absolutely monotonous and it also affects our health. But what to do? We have to overcome, or we have to face this situation. Subject verb agreement. Yes, subject verb agreement. Now see. Yeah, okay, Srilagna, no problem. Now, subject verb agreement is also called as subject verb concord. Now, when I wrote subject verb concord, I got a lot of some queries asking whether concord is same as agreement. Now, if you Google out and you'll find concord is just the other word for agreement. They should match with each other. The subject should match with the verb that you are using. Not only the tense, but it should also match with the number and with the person. So that is what we are going to discuss, and this is an integral part of grammar. And I think this is included in all the syllabus, syllabus of all the classes, maybe 10th or 12th, or maybe class 6th or 7th, because if you are not thorough with subject-verb agreement, you tend to frame incorrect sentences when you write. Maybe when you are writing a paragraph, or you're writing or you're framing your literature answers. So if your base, your structure is not correct, you end up writing incorrect errors. And that's the reason when you write something, your teachers put red mark and your marks are deducted. You don't have any, you cannot go and ask them why. Because neither they have so much time to explain you, nor you get to know why you have lost your mark. So let us make our sentences correct. Before we begin, let me tell you, as the pattern of question nowadays, due to this ongoing corona pandemic, the question pattern is MCQ. So you may get questions like, the sentence is given, either you have to say whether it is right or whether it is wrong, that's true or false, or a question is given, the verb is underlined, you have to choose the correct verb. That's how it will be. Yes, KC Automobile. Okay, good evening, and thanks for joining the session. So this is how the pattern will be. So what we need to do, we need to agree the verb with the subject. And for that, our first purpose or first thing is what we need to keep in mind. We have to look at the subject. Subject को ठीक से देखना है पहले subject को देखना है, and then we need to decide which rule it follows. So we'll start one by one with the rules. I'll make it simple because rules and everything you will get it in the books. So what I will do is I will systematically tell you one by one so that you can just remember it. I'm not going to overload your brain with lot of rules because I can understand grammar itself. Some students find it boring, but then yes, it's an important part. We cannot skip it. Now the first point that we are going to discuss is when we are adding two different subjects. When it is added together by the usage of the word and. Let's take the example. I think it is visible. Soma and Roma dash arrived. We'll start with a basic structure and then we'll gradually go to the advanced one. So when these are two different subjects, as I said, subject-verb agreement, this is the blank for verb. Now whatever verb you will add here, it should obey this. Now what is the subject? The subject is, how many parts are there in subject? There are two parts. Right? One is this, one is this. So it is plural. Now somebody has written the answer, and let me tell you the answer that you have written is wrong. The answer that you have written is wrong. Yes, they are all deleting the answers. Okay. Now come on guys, how can you say Soma and Roma are arrived? Aisa kaise hoga? The answer is have arrived. This is V3. So the sentence is not having any meaning if you are writing are or where. When somebody is arriving, he is arriving of his own. So Naman Bora, I see some new names this time. So Naman Bora, good evening. Have arrived. The sentence is not having any meaning when you are writing are or where. Do we say like this? Rohan and Sohan are arrived? No, they don't have any meaning. So that is why I said English is a language, not a subject. If you consider it as a subject, it will remain in your mind for a temporary period of time. But if you consider it as a language, it will remain with you throughout your life. And let me tell you, you need this throughout your life. Okay, coming to this one, as I said, two different subjects joined by the use of and, the verb should be plural. The verb should agree with the subject according to the title of our topic, subject verb agreement. Hence, it should be have. The answer is have. No other answer. Yes. In case it is present, it is have. In case it is past, it can be had. But again, had, whether it is singular or plural, it remains the same. Singular है या plural है, हमेशा हम हर जगह पे had ही लगाते हैं. So, have is the answer. Now, the next question that I'll give you, same one. Soma and Roma dash given the award. Now, what should be the answer of this? Pretty smart children I have. I have quite smart people with me, participants with me. So, Soma and Roma, make it in present. Okay, you can make it in past also, no worries. Soma and Roma were given, have been given. Somebody has written. Okay, should delete it. Okay, where? Where? Achha, the main idea behind it is this word should be plural. So it can be are or it can be where, depending on the tense. अगर present है तो are, अगर past है तो plural. But the main idea is it should be, the verb should be plural. Because here the subject is plural. So anything added by the use of and means we are talking about the subject is plural, provided there are always exceptionals. There are always exceptionals. We will come to the exceptional part also. Now I have one question for all of you. Let me know what is the answer. See, to rub this board. Rubbing this board means you will lose all the calories that you have in your body. Okay, I hope it's visible. It is he and I dash friends. I hope it's visible, right? It is he and I dash friends. Let me know the answer and just excuse me for a minute. Okay, what is the answer? He and I dash friends. Somebody has written, Shompa Ghosh has written am, and rest you all have written are. Somebody has written are and where. He and I are friends. He and I are friends. The right answer is, okay, he and I are friends in terms, in case it is present. So it is he and I are friends. In case it is past, it is he and I were friends. Were friends. So here, he and I, the whole subject is plural. The whole subject is plural. So it is are or where. Now the next question for all of you is, the next question is 2, I'll just call it out, 2 and 2 dash 4. 2 and 2 dash 4. The next question is 2 and 2 dash 4. No, it's not visible because the board is actually creating a little problem. See, is it visible now? 2 and 2 dash 4. 2 and 2 dash 4. Is it make or makes? Okay, the answer is make. Now, why is it make? Why is the answer make? Now, the answer is make because here 2 and 2 is one subject. 2 and 2 is one subject, hence it is make. 2 and 2 is one subject. 2 and 2 is one subject which is plural because there are two different units. Hence, it will be make. No S in the verb. Now, in case when the subject has, let's imagine, now in this case when we are putting in the subject, now the subject is plural. That is the reason in the verb it is agreeing with the plural subject. We do not add S and we add words like are, where, have. Now when the subject, though plural, but when it is considered as one unit, as one idea, in that case the verb should be singular. In that case the verb should be singular. For example, time and kite dash for none. Time and tide dash for none. I hope it is visible. Time and tide dash for none. It is waits. Now why is it waits? Because the subject is plural. The subject is it plural? The subject is one idea. Though there are two different words, it is time and then it is tide, but it is representing one idea. Can you give me some more examples with the same rule? Can you give me some more examples with the same rule where the subject is one idea? Let's take the example of bread and butter is a wholesome food. It is one idea. Though you will have plural, you will have two different, units in the subject, but it is considered as one idea. So what we do is we add S with the verb. So can you give me any more example with this particular rule? For example, bread and butter is a wholesome food. Rice and curry is my favorite dish. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race. Time and tide waits for none. Any other example? Rice and dal is the main food. Sai Balini, correct. Rice and dal is the main food. See, I'm facing some problem while writing. Hence, mostly I'll be calling out the sentences today. Work hard or else you will fail. Now, this is not coming in that particular rule. Anisha, what are we discussing and where have you gone? Bat and ball is my favorite. Slow and steady wins the race. Any other example? I have already given, okay, time and money are valuable things of the world. Now here it does not follow this rule, Pushpa. This rule means the subject is one idea, but in your case, time and money are two different things. Your sentence is correct, but it does not follow this rule. It follows the rule which we have discussed earlier. Yes, pancake and maple syrup is a perfect combination. Okay. Any other example where the subject talks about one idea, though there are two different subjects, but talks about one idea? The cup and saucer are made from glass. Yes, Sami, but it does not follow this rule. Your sentence is correct, but it does not follow this rule. Actually, what we are discussing is, in this particular, I'm unable to write today as because of certain reasons. So what we are discussing is, though the subject, though you have and over there, though in the subject there are two different units, but the subject is considered as one idea. Yogurt and puri is my favorite. Okay, correct. Yogurt and puri is my favorite. Any such example? Do you have? Okay. Yes, I have some more examples which I missed out. Hence, I have jotted it down. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm sorry I cannot write it today, but early to bed and early to rise. Though we are adding two different things with the word and, but it is talking about one idea. What is that idea? The idea of getting up early from bed and going back to the bed early. So this proverb also follows this rule where we consider the subject as one idea. See, I'm using the word idea again because so that whenever you come across such kind of questions, this word idea will strike your mind. Right. Playing and studying makes a man fit by mentally and physically. Makes a man mentally and physically fit. Okay, playing and studying, you have considered it as one unit, Somendra. Badminton and cork are the most important, most played game in winter. No, I mean to say where it is one idea, Girisha. I want that the subject should be one idea. Okay, we'll come to the next one. The next part of this is when two singular nouns when two singular nouns refer to one person or one thing. Two singular nouns, but it refers to one person. Like if I talk about, let's say if I talk about APJ Abdul Kalam, then what would I write? I'll write the president and the president and scientist has arrived. The president and scientist has arrived. Now over here, when I say the president and scientist has arrived, over here I'm talking about one person. Though there are two different, I can say nouns, but we are talking about one person. Hence, we are using has. Though we have used two different nouns, but we are talking about one person. Hence, the verb is singular. The president and scientist has arrived. Food something is wrong, Suman. Food rich in nutrition and exercise is the way to good health. Okay, food rich in nutrition and exercise is the way to good health. Okay, you have considered here food rich in nutrition and exercise as one unit, one idea. Science versus religion is an important topic to discuss. But where is and over here, Archita? I mean to say when two nouns are joined by and. Anger and jealous makes a man blind. Anger and jealousy, Pushpa. Anger and jealousy. Agriculture and technology, where valuable? No, here it's two different nouns. So this verb is plural. But when we were discussing that, we discussed that it should be one idea. Now come to this one over here. Though in the subject, we are talking, there are two different nouns, but we are talking about one person. In that case, the verb should be singular. Though the poet and philosopher had written many books on rulers, yet he didn't get a fame in history. It's in past tense, so how will I understand what is the verb, whether it is agreeing or not? Sanvi. Cricket and badminton, no. I do not remember who's this. But then cricket and badminton is my favorite game. Now, cricket and badminton, two different things. Drishan. क्रिकेट अलग है, बैडमिंटन अलग है, इसको एंड से हम ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, तो यहाँ पे तो वर्ब प्लूरल होगा. You can't say is. See, you have to be clear. It's not that you think it is one unit. Something over here, as you have written cricket and badminton. Now, cricket is a different game. This is one noun. Badminton is a different game. This is another noun. When two different nouns are joined by and, it is plural. So verb should be plural. This answer is not correct. Yes, Sanvi, that's what I wanted to say. Both are two different things. So it's not one unit. It's not one idea. Something which has relation with each other, that can be accepted as one idea. The writer and the poet is dead. This swastik does not go under this example. This does not go over here. I'll come to that. That's the later rule that we will be discussing. Somebody has written Ankita Mishra. The writer and poet has died. Now, Ankita, your answer matches to this. Because here also I'm talking about one person who is president as well as scientist. And in your answer also you are talking about one person who is the writer as well as the poet has died. Now, how to identify that? The easiest way to identify is the presence of the article. If the article is only present once, that means this article is common to this and this article is common to this. But if the article is present twice, let's say it is present here and it's again present here. So if the article is present twice, this means that we are talking about two different persons. Let's take an example. Tell me a name of somebody whom we know very well and is known for multiple reasons. Let's take the example of somebody who is a singer as well as a dancer. One person who is a singer as well as a very good dancer. So what we will say, the singer and dancer has arrived, because in our mind there is only one person. So we have used the. So we have used over here there the. So that kind of example I want. Somebody has written. Harivansh Rai Bachchan, he was just a writer. Anything else beyond that? Anything else beyond that? No, I don't. I cannot remember. The keeper and batsman. Yes, Aditya. Thank you so much. I was really wondering for an example. Thank you so much. The keeper and batsman. So a player who is a keeper as well as a batsman. One person, I don't know who is he because I'm not fond of cricket. So a person who is both a player, both a keeper and a batsman. So we are just talking about that person. Only one person is there, so we can use it. Correct. Else you can use multiple examples. So many examples are there. People are multi-talented. They are good writers as well as they do some other great work. So you can think of such example. where you are talking about one person but has multiple roles. So over there, we need to put the verb singular. We have not discussed as well as Somendra. You are running. No. Yeah, Sarojini Naidu, correct, but correct. Archita Behra has written. Teacher, writer, and freedom fighter. Very good example. Achha, Pushpak, where is your? The teacher and students were absent. Manvi, in your sentence, you have to add the twice. The teacher and the students were absent because teacher alag hai, students alag hai. तो आप एक बार द लिखकर कॉमन नहीं कर सकते हो, आपको दो बार द लिखना है. This article, presence of article is important. The doctor and teacher, that means the person is a doctor as well as a teacher. Maybe she teaches in a medical college. So, okay, fine. The poet and president died, Ayush, correct. The writer and poet is dead, correct. See, I have to go scroll up and read. Otherwise, again, I get a lot of students, they come up and say, I have not written. Yes, the teacher and the students were absent. Fine. Achha, somebody has written Mahatma Gandhi. Let's not get into that. Now, so when the article is twice, we are talking about two different persons. Can you give me an example of such? The director and the actors have arrived. The director and the actors have arrived. Again, director separate, actors separate, no relation because there are two separate times, two times we have written the. So this verb should be plural. So the main logic behind this chapter is the verb that you are using that should agree with the subject that you are doing. ये verb जो है ये subject के साथ हमेशा agree होना चाहिए. For that you have to just analyze the subject. Modi ji is the inspiration. Ye, what are you writing? The Olympic science and maths paper has arrived. The Olympic science and maths paper. Suman Sharma. It is first of all Olympiad, not Olympic. Second thing, science is a different subject, maths is a different subject. So why not have? You can't forcibly add has over there. Okay, they've given my example. The lady is a dancer and gymnastic. Okay, the singer and actress has arrived. Jyoti Pragya, correct answer. Somebody who's a singer as well as an actress. The king and protector has arrived. The footballer and number 7 has arrived. Ronaldo. Okay. I like your sentences today, Aditya. The doctor and nurse. Ye doctor and nurse died. Only one though, that means doctor and nurse both are the same person. Okay, all the mothers of the world. Your sentences are not complete. I cannot follow it. The king and the secretary have eaten a lot of biryani. The king and the secretary, yes, it follows this. Because king is separate, secretary is separate, so we will add have. Singers, actors, and the models have arrived. If you are adding the before model, then you have to add the before singer as well as actor also. Otherwise, the sentence is not proper. If you are adding the before model, add the before singer and actor. Okay. The boy is an actor and dancer. Fine. Now, a very important rule or a very important part that we are going to discuss is, in case when you are writing a sentence, when the nominative part of the sentence. Now, please pay attention when the nominative part of the sentence. Nominative means पहले जो सब्जेक्ट रहता है, सपोज दो सब्जेक्ट है, जैसे हमने पहले एक एग्जांपल देखा था सोहन, what did I write, Roma and Soman, anyway Sohan and let's say and his friends. Just giving you an example to explain you what is nominative case. In this case, Sohan and his friends, Sohan is nominative because this is at the beginning of the sentence. Whatever we write, that just follows, right? So whenever this nominative case and the other nouns are joined by using different words. Now, what are those words? Words like as well as, words like with, words like, let's say words like together with. There are 5-6 words, yeah, together with. Words like no less than, then besides, right, as well as, with, together with, no less than, besides. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is just an example. Let's strike it off. When this nominative part is joined by the rest part of the sentence by using these words, in that case the verb always agrees with this one. पहले जो noun रहता है, verb always agrees with the first noun. And the verb has to be always, like for example, if I say he as well as his friends, then it has to be he as well as his friends, then the verb has to be singular. He as well as his friends has arrived. This part will be followed. So this verb will follow this part. I will give you an example for all these words that I have put here. Yeah, not only but also I will discuss. I will discuss all. You all please do not run because the rules are somewhat very close to each other. So let us go one by one. Now this rule, what I have said is, when the nominative part, when this part is joined with the rest part or rest noun of the sentence by using these words, then the verb should be singular. Right? Now how it is singular? Somebody has written no less than. Somebody has written no less than. Now see, let's take the example of as well as. Now for as well as, if I frame a sentence, I can say silver as well as gold is a precious metal. Silver, like, as I said it, I have some difficulty in writing. So the sentence is silver as well as gold is a precious metal. Silver hai, gold hai, it is joined by using as well as. So when the word as well as comes, then the verb has to be singular. So it becomes silver as well as gold is a precious metal. So frame a sentence using as well as. Frame a sentence using as well as, where the verb has to be singular. The verb has to be singular. Yes, Shashi Tharoor is a politician and as well as a good writer. Your sentence is correct, but no, Jyoti Pragya, your sentence, try to understand. ये जो हम sentence frame करेंगे ना, तो दोनों noun को हम पहले रखेंगे, बीच में और कुछ नहीं आएगा. In your sentence, you have added something in middle. You have written the boy was a trainer as well as a teacher. Now let me tell you, Jyoti Pragya, you have used as well as a conjunction over here. The boy was a trainer. ये जो was a trainer है, उसको हटाना है. Sentence कैसे होगा? Sentence होगा एक noun, फिर as well as दूसरा noun. That should be the structure. See, somebody has written sanitizer as well as mask is very necessary nowadays. Again, it should be is very necessary. The verb should be singular. My friends as well as I are in trouble. Okay, it is following the first part. Mahi as well as her sisters is very much concerned. Now you can read, somebody has written over here, Ankita Mishra, Mahi as well as her sisters. Now you can see Mahi is the first noun. The second noun is her sisters. Now this verb is following Mahi, which is the nominative part. No, Dikshita, your structure is wrong. You are not following this instruction. What I said first the noun, then as well as the next noun. For example, I'll say I as well as my students. Structure should be like this. The boy as well as his friends. The man as well as his employees. The principal as well as his teachers. So this kind of sentence I want. Okay, Swastik, Swami as well as his friends were caught. It should be was caught. Was caught, because here Swami is the nominative case and it should follow the first noun. No sthiti pragya. Not getting what I am saying. He could be tender, thoughtful as well as no. No, you all are, I don't know from where you are copying the sentences, not listening. Only copying, कहीं पे भी as well as है, उसको लाके यहाँ पे paste कर रहे हो. Don't do that. Rahul as well as Mohit is playing. Ayush is playing. Ria as well as you is at fault. Correct. Divyanshi has written a very good sentence. To make it more clear, you can read her sentence. She has written Ria as well as you is at fault. So over here, the verb will agree with Ria, not with you. So the verb is excuse me. The verb is not are. Excuse me. You as well as your student are. Okay. Shahrukh as well as Salman is played a vital role. Has played, Puna has played, not is played. Divya Kanti, I don't think you're by Disha. He opened the doors to the rooms. He knew as well as his cabin. I cannot follow the sentence. Neha, along with her friends. Acha, Sanvi has framed the sentence with along with. That is also correct. Along with is also correct. Gold as well as magnesium is found in India. Correct. The cow as well as the horse feeds on the grass. Ankita Mishra. Correct sentence. Mohan as well as his friends is brilliant. Very good. Mohan as well as his friends is studying. Yes, Manvi. Now the sentence is correct. Now, frame a sentence with the word with. One sentence with the word with. Now, I have a sentence with you. Yes. The shop with its content was insured. The shop with its content. Shop है, shop के अंदर जो भी सब सामान था. Imagine that the shop got burnt for certain reasons, and then you're framing a sentence that the shop with its content was insured. Though the word contents is coming, contents is plural, but it will agree with the nominative part, nominative case, that is the first noun, and the first noun is shop. So the answer is the shop with its contents was insured or is insured. Anisha, this sentence is not having anything to agree. No. Can you frame a sentence with this? With? One sentence with with. No. अरे if you are adding Rita in the beginning and you are adding with her family at the end, तो यहाँ पे agree कहाँ करना है? Sentence कैसा होगा? Rita with her family is going to watch a movie. The sentence structure should be like this. I with my parents, Priya as well as her sister is good singer. Priya as well as her sister is good singer. Raman with his friends was seen beating your brother. Okay, Arish, correct. I with my friends prepared thoroughly. Sanvi, if you're making it past, then nothing to agree because past ed form. So it whether it is singular or plural, past form does not change, so it remains the same. The robber with his friends was arrested. Ankita Mishra, again a correct answer. I with my mother is watching KBC. Correct. I with my family is very happy. Okay. The king with his close followers was killed. Somebody has written, do not agree with the statement. Can you please elaborate? What are you trying to ask? The duck with its ducklings was crossing the pond. I am reading out the sentences which are correct. Correct sentence. Ice cream with toppings is delicious. Correct. Fine. Come to this one. Together with. Frame a sentence where you will add together with. Meanwhile, Drishal, can you please elaborate what you are trying to ask? I with my sister is eating the chocolate. Stealthily. Correct. Frame a sentence with together with. Together with. Now, when you are adding together with also, the verb should agree with the first nominative part. The verb should agree with the nominative part. No, this one is written by Disha. No, Disha, your answer isn't correct. Ma'am, I have written a sentence. I don't agree with the statement. No, here you are not following the structure actually. You have just written a simple sentence with. देखो अभी the confusion that you are having is ऐसा नहीं कि आपको with के साथ sentence बनाना है तो with को कहीं पे भी डाल दो. As I said, I'm unable to write today. What you have to write? पहले एक noun होगा, फिर आप उसमें with लगाओगे. You will add with, and again there will be one more noun. तब जाके ये subject agree होगा. You are adding with wherever you want. No, it's not like that. First part one noun, then with, then another noun. That means two nouns are joined by the word with. If you are framing a sentence like this, Ria is going to school with his brother, that is not what I want. Ria with his friends is going to school. This is what I want. Both the nouns will be placed together and there will be this with in between. So Ria with his friends is going to school. That is what is needed, but you are putting with anywhere. The king together with his family was executed. Correct, Archita. I together with my family feel stronger. I together with my family. Okay, feel is following I, which is the nominative case. Correct. I together with my colleagues is watching your live sessions. Absolutely correct, Suman Sharma. Because no, here, no, Suman, 1 minute. I together with my colleagues, so that verb should agree with I. It will be am watching a live session because that verb should agree with the nominative case and nominative case is I. So change it, am. No, Somendra. No, will. You can't frame a sentence like this. I with my badminton racket कोई इंसान थोड़ी है. You can't write a sentence like that. Correct. Okay, yes. Okay, you are Chitra. Now I get confused by this name. Fine, I remember that Suman Sharma is Chitra. So Chitra, I think you got your error which you made. Aditya Nayak has written, bread together with jam is delicious. Correct answer. So easy sentences you write. Why do you have to write complicated sentences? Easy sentence banao, easy examples ko dimag mein rakho, you will remember the rules forever. Nikhil together with his sister. ये past tense है. Make it present, Nikhil. Then only I can judge whether your sentence is correct or not. Anyway, thanks for subscribing my channel. Right? We work closely together with. This is incomplete, Divya Kanti. She together with her friends has gone to watch a movie. Yes, has is agreeing with she. When I am together with my friends, no, I together with my friends feel strong. Sentence ulta pulta hai Deepmala. Okay, come this one. No less than. Somebody asked me what is no less than. Let me frame a sentence. Unfortunately, call it out. He, no less than you, is guilty. I repeat, he, no less than you, is guilty. So here is matching with he, not with you. The question is he, no less than you, is guilty. Now look at this. Please pay attention, those who have written on sentences which are not in proper structure. This is one noun, this is one subject, this is one subject. They are added with this, no less than. When this kind of situation is there, then this verb will follow this, not this. This will follow the nominative case. So it is he, no less than you, is guilty. Why is? Because with he we add is, not are. So this is what is the sentence. Now frame your own sentence by using no less than. No less than. He, no less than you, is guilty. I, together with my friends, am painting the town red. Correct. The verb is agreeing with I. I together is planning. No, Nikhil. Verb should agree with I. I के साथ हम क्या use करते हैं? Am. Biryani together with chicken is a perfect combination. I, together with my friend, love to watch Conjuring. Acha, I've read this one. Then who has written read mine? Swastik is arrived nahi hota hai. It is has arrived. Why have you written is arrived? You, acha, Saibadini has written a sentence. You, no less than your friends, are responsible for the mistake. I don't know. I cannot recall Sneha and Shreya Mishra, but your sentence is correct, and it's a very good sentence. If you all can read her sentence, Saibadini Mishra has written, "You, no less than your friends, are responsible for the mistake." Are responsible for the mistake. Are hai use hua hai. Why? Because the nominative case is you. She, no less than you, is crazy. Correct. She, no less than him, is, she है, main subject, Anisha, is. I, together with my friends, Puna, अच्छा ये past tense है, Puna, try to frame the sentence in present. The guide contains details of no less than, अच्छा ये no less than जो use हुआ है, that is used in not in the right. इसको इस तरह से use करना है, Ankita. You have used it in a different way. You, no less than your brother, are ashamed. Suman, no less than Rama, is foolish. Messi, no less than Ronaldo, is a good footballer. Roma, no less than Soma, has done anything. Has done anything. Something is wrong in the sentence. I think it has done nothing. I, together with my friends, is making a plan. No, Pew. I पहले आया है ना nominative case में, तो verb जो है वो I के साथ agree हुआ, तो ये हो जाएगा I together with my friends am making a plan. I, no less than my sister, am responsible. स्वस्तिक am. अरे nominative case मतलब पहले जो आप subject use कर रहे हो उसको दिमाग में रखो, उसको ध्यान में रखो, उसको follow करेगा. अगर यहाँ पे I है तो am हो जाएगा, he है तो is हो जाएगा, she है तो is होगा, we है तो are हो जाएगा. Nominative case, you are not following the nominative case. I, no less than my sister, was painting. Okay. You, not less than your brother, are naughty. Sanvi. With you we don't use is. You, Sanvi Sahu, you, no less than your brother, are naughty. Because the nominative case is you, so it will be are. She, no less than her family, is facing financial issues. Correct. I, no less than my sister, am painting. Yeah, the sentence is not having any meaning. Though both are painting, then why are you adding no less than? अरे no less than का मतलब क्या है? तुम भी उससे कुछ कम नहीं हो, इसका मतलब है. तो सेंटेंस जो आप बना रहे हो तो उसमें वो मीनिंग तो आना चाहिए ना कि तुम उससे कुछ कम नहीं हो. ये सिंपल सेंटेंस में ये मैच नहीं हो रहा है. पेंटिंग तो बहुत ही both are painting, तो इसमें no less than use. Why are you using no less than? Yes, framing of sentence should be like that. You, no less than your brother, are naughty and crazy. You, no less than your sister, are bad painters. Correct. The participants, no less than the champion, are winners. Good sentence, quite meaningful. This is what I want. No less than add करना है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि कुछ भी लिख के उसमें no less than add कर देंगे. अरे इसका मतलब तो समझो. No less than का मतलब क्या है? ये उससे कम नहीं है. So when you taunt someone, we use this no less than. Suppose one boy is very naughty, the other one is complaining. I can say, oh, don't tell me, you are no less than him. We use no less than at that point. Pizza, no less than burger is tasty. Okay. ये कहाँ से the sentence is not having any verb. Okay. Odisha, no, acha, this Sai Balini has written a sentence. See, Odisha, no less than the other states, is suffering from corona pandemic. Yes, correct. Because the nominative part is Odisha, which is singular, and she has used is. Correct sentence. Okay. See, I'll do one thing. I will not proceed any further because I can understand your mind. Your mind is getting boggled by so many rules. Even my mind gets boggled sometimes by explaining. The rules are vast. I have just touched a very little part. So what we will do is that we will proceed gradually. This much you digest for this week, right? We will proceed with the other rules in the next class because I can understand it is getting, your mind is getting overloaded. But yes, the rules that you have discussed today, keep it in mind. You can make a note. You can find out, you can search more sentences from the internet, make a note and keep it with you, right? So that you can recall them again and again. And then next class we can continue more rules. I really do not want to overload your mind, right? Because see, sometimes you may get a questions, like many of you are preparing for Olympiad. You may get a multiple choice question in your school exams also. For example, he no less than you dash guilty. Options is, are, has, have, something like that. So there you need to know that what should it be? It should follow this. You cannot write has guilty or have guilty. You can't write are guilty because it is not matching with he. So the only option is guilty. So you write down is guilty. So that's how you have to do it. Clear? Besides this, we will do some revision also. I may give you some questions so that you can get it done, get it revised, right? Okay, so with this, we'll end the session over here because it's already 9:01. And we will again reconnect in the next session, which you will be informed. Okay, so bye-bye all of you. And keep framing some more sentences with the same structure, right? You can also go through the live chat and you can recheck your sentences that you have framed. And some of you have framed really good sentences. Some of you are new to the session. I can see some names like Ankita, Piyu, Sai Balini Mishra, Shreya, I think Sai Balini, Shreya and Sneha. So you all are new. So it's quite great to see new people in the platform, to see new names in the platform, though I cannot see them. Okay. Okay then. So we'll end the session here. Bye-bye all of you. See you all in the next session. Bye. GST. Good night. Sweet dreams. Take care. Okay. Fine. Bye-bye. Bye all of you.